Chiara, hello and welcome to another Artburst Silly. My name's Libby and I'm here to do some making with you inspired by that brilliant book Dear Zoo. So let's have a think. What would happen if you wrote to the zoo and they sent you a giraffe? Or you wrote to the zoo and they sent you a snat? What do you mean I'm talking nonsense? I'm definitely not talking nonsense. And I'm going to show you how to create such creatures in a game called Animal Misfits. For this, you will need some paper to draw on, pencils and pens, and some scissors to cut out your silly animal creations. To play Animal Misfits with your family or a friend, you will need to come up with an animal. So that's the first thing you need to do. My first animal is going to be a snake. So when you draw your animal, you need to start with the body, and I'm going to draw a nice long, wiggly snake body. Go back around. It's really long, this snake, really long. But I'm not going to draw its head. And I know that sounds really strange, but you just draw the head, or you can ask a family member to go off and draw the head for you if you like, or a friend. But you leave the head off. So here's my snake head. I'm going to draw just next to the body, and it's got a long forked tongue. And it's got a snaky eye, a bit like that. Now, for my snake, I'm going to decorate it with some tropical patterns, because you get some snakes with wonderful markings. So this snake here, it's got a really wiggly pattern on it. So you decorate your animal however you like. It doesn't have to look like a snake you've seen in real life. This is the beauty of Animal Misfits. It can be from your imagination, or if you're a real expert, you can draw it exactly how you think it does look in the wild. So there's my snake with its wiggly pattern and its forked tongue. So just remember, when you've thought of your animal, draw the body and then leave the head separate. So you want to cut out your creature. So here we have my snake. There we are. So it's got its wiggly tropical pattern, and there's its head that, it pops off. Now, once you've thought of one animal, you then need to draw your second animal. And I have drawn a cat. And there's its head. Its head's come off. It's a cat with lovely long whiskers and a really lovely tiger markings on it. So this is the fun part. If I take the head of my cat off and add the snake head, suddenly you don't have a cat or a snake. You now have a snat. Ah! Can you hear it hiss? Can you hear it purr? What's happened to this creature? Or I'm going to swap, this time have the snake body with the cat's head, and suddenly we have a cake. What? Doesn't look like a very tasty cake to me. It looks like a very poisonous cake. Look at it slithering off the page. So that's one idea. I've also got a dog with a very lovely wagging tail. Please take me out for a walk. So I'm going to take the head off that dog. And the second animal I came up with was a pig. It's a very happy looking pig. Maybe it's just found some mud to roll in. But this pig is not as we know it. Its head comes off and the dog's head comes on. And suddenly our pig, or our dog, turns into a dig. Doesn't know what it is. And then we have the dog's body with the pig's head. And we have a dig or a pog. It's up to you, whatever creature you'd like to think of. But as it's Animal Misfits, we're swapping them over. So there's our pog or our dig. And finally, our song today is about animal safari. So I have drawn a giraffe with a very long neck. And there's all its markings. But this giraffe, oh my word, look what's just come crashing in. It's an elephant! Ah! But not an elephant as we know it. I'm going to take the elephant's head off and add the giraffe's head. And suddenly we have a girelephant. Stampede. Or we have our very well-known animal that you see on safari, the elephant. There we have it. So there's so much fun to have with our Animal Misfits. I hope you have fun playing it and coming up with your silly creatures. Now it's time to hear Chiara sing. So I'm going to say bye-bye for now.